Hi everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome back to what should be the final episode of Titanic VR, the exploration period. Anyway, so last episode, we went into the officers' quarters, we checked out some of the first class off the grand staircase. It was amazing, good fun, but we have unfound areas to continue exploring, namely D-Deck, E-Deck, and F-Deck, and anything else we have access to. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. So, without any more stalling, let's begin! Welcome to the game! We are back on the bottom of the North Atlantic, currently maneuvering into position above the grand staircase. We are over the bow of the Titanic. There's the bridge coming into shot there. I've really enjoyed these last couple of episodes. It's been really good fun coming back to Titanic, having a good old snoop around without somebody whispering in my ear telling me what I gotta do. You know, I love you, Concorde, but you gotta shut up. Anyway, so while I said in the intro, like, this is the final episode of the explore mode, like, for now, that's only for now. We still have the stern section to be added later in the game. There's still the 1912 kind of story mode bit to be implemented. So while this is kind of the end of the explore mode for now, it's by no means the end of Titanic VR. There's still so much to come. Now, I said in the last episode or the episode before that, like, they're looking around June, July time or something like that for the stern section to be added. So expect around then for us to return to this, although I'll be back as soon as I can. And here we are. We are in position. Spin the ROV submachine thing. Yay. Now, people asked in the last episode, hey, Spammals, have you considered trying to bring your sub down to the windows, to the portholes, try and blow some more light in? Yes, I have done that off camera. I didn't think of doing that whilst on camera. That would have been good if I did. So maybe today we'll give that a try. Anyway, ROV! Oh, hi, Spammals. How is it going? It's going great, my friend. And thank you, Setna, my big bubble of love in the sky. You are quite literally the light in my world of darkness. And below us, the grand staircase. Let's count the decks down together as we descend into the belly of the beast. So we're currently now on the boat deck level. Let's get level with that. Get in position, whoop whoop, and here we, oh wait, that's spoopy, but amazing at the same time. It truly is. Again, the lighting, the colors, it's awesome. Anyway, counting with me, everybody. A deck, see a chandelier dangling in the distance. Going down to B deck. One more, do you know what's next? I'm sure you do. That's C deck. And if I look straight down, there's D deck. Oh, bit of bumpy nearly. All that remains of the grand staircase to kind of give the impression of the flight of stairs that was once here. Now, in the last episode, obviously, we did the officers' quarters, A deck, B deck, C deck. So today we're focusing on the D deck, E deck, F deck, and anything beyond. There's some chandeliers attached to the ceiling, but wait, before we go any further in. That's awesome! Sedna, darling, you're doing a marvelous job. Although I think I might quickly maneuver her onto, like, the starboard side, try and get her to go through some portholes. Give us some extra lighting. That could be cool, yeah? Let's do that real quick. Wow, look at the difference that has made. That is spoopy. Oh, that's awesome. Actually, do you notice what you could do here? Like, you can totally do your own mosaics, just like they do on board the real wreck site. Like, you bring your ROV into a static location, and then you keep moving your sub to get the light to go into different areas, and you take screenshot after screenshot, and then you composite them all together to make one single picture with the light everywhere. Okay, let's start on the starboard side, apologies. Starboard side, and we'll do a big old loop-de-loop. Look at that. A silver serving tray. Oh man, can we just grab this? I can get a penny for that or two on eBay. It'd be amazing, no? Okay. Oh, the stained glass windows. Okay, let's start here. Might have to move my sub to get more light on this. Oh, that's so cool. So the level of preservation here is pretty darn good. The woodwork still in place, the windows still in place. And it's so cool in the 2001 Ghost of the Abyss documentary. They shine light through those windows for, like, the first time since forever. And you can see the colors in the glass is still there. It's beautiful, it's stunning. It's definitely worth your time. Like, Ghost of the Abyss is my favorite Titanic documentary, like, period. It's amazing. Just gonna give us a bit of a spin, see if we can illuminate a bit more of those windows. It's through those portholes there we're gonna be looking. Okay, a bit overkill on the light. Can I dim those lights? Well, there's full beam. Amazing. And then there's low beam. Full beam. That's so cool. It is so cool. I'm loving it. Oh, what's that? The remains of a chair, everybody! Do not sit down, it will hurt your bottom. For reference, the grand staircase, dead ahead of us. We're actually looking at the flight that would go down to E deck, because we're on D deck, everybody. If I turn right, I'm now heading forwards toward the pointy bit of the ship, okay? Now if I go a little bit more forwards, look at this. We've got some doorways. This leads to the first class entrance on D deck. It's amazing. One of the doors has fallen and broken, but the other is still intact with its wrought iron patterning. It's beautiful! Oh, there's the other door. Found it! And here you go. Oh, the textures are disappearing by the second. The state of decay is at an unprecedented level. Oh, there it is. It's back. False alarm. So this is where the would have boarded. This is how you enter the ship. So you're stepping on board, and you come into here. And you go straight through these double doors, and immediately you're out on the grand staircase. Like, what an entrance. What a welcome that is. Look how cool that is. Let's just backtrack a little bit as we begin our swoop around the room. See this column post? It looks like it's bowing. I guess it has got quite a lot of weight on it. Again, that's survived. You can even see elements of the white paint that was once there. From a distance, that's even more spoopy. We can even see all the way from the windows. Well, that's better. We can see from the windows to the grand staircase, the E deck portion that goes down. Incredible. Right, I'm going to spin the sub so we can illuminate where we're looking now, because it's pretty dark. Give me a second. Click, click. Whee! Well, that makes a world of difference, doesn't it? So here we go. So once again, we were just looking over there. That's now super duper dark. Oh, the lighting. I wish I could like just move the sub while staying inside the ROV. Anyway, continuing the adventure. So we're now looking aft towards the back of the ship, and that dead ahead of us is the first class dining saloon. Now, I mean, off the bat, it's something we did know. Well, I mean, I've mentioned it to the dev team a long time ago now. Like, Honor and Glory already has shown evidence, and it's been verified by experts. Like, I mean, genuine experts, you know, that the window configuration we're seeing here is from Olympic, and on Titanic it was three big bay windows. So I'm not sure why they haven't updated this, because I mean, it was a good like 4 or so months ago that I highlighted this to them. Maybe they're just reluctant to like borrow information from Honor and Glory. In this regard, it's not stealing because it's been presented as facts and now like accepted as facts. So like, it's not one game's opinion. It is now documented fact. So I don't see any reason why they shouldn't follow suit on that one. But anyway, completely destroyed. Oh, can I? Are you joking? I can't go through this ginormous open window? But there's stuff in there. Okay, well, apparently we're not allowed in there. But as you can see, it's crushed down pretty badly. But that would have been the first class dining saloons where you would have gone for your lovely meals. And the doors closed, never to be opened again. Potentially, unless they break. And in which case, I guess it will be open. Anyway, oh, that's so cool. It was. That's so cool. There's a plate on the floor. That's amazing. Let's check out the plate. eBay, come on. Man needs to eat. We're going to need to spin the sub again. I can't see where the hell I'm going. Oh, my God. Oh, let's get some kind of tracking shots like this. Like a proper production company. 2.5 miles down, on the bottom of the North Atlantic, lies a sleeping legend. The wreck of the Titanic! Or something majestic like that one might say on a TV documentary. Her secrets about to be revealed. Welcome to Titanic Behind the Ice. Give me a second. Whee! Thank you, Sedna. And there we go. We can see in greater detail what we're looking at here. So you can see the D-deck landing of the grand staircase actually connecting to the deck. That's really helpful. If I try and like position myself right about here. Now, for reference, we're looking forward towards the pointed bit of the ship. You can see the flight of stairs tapering down from the C deck to the midway and then down to the D-deck landing. So I'm just kind of sliding Sedna along. I'm using the graph at the bottom to kind of position myself a little bit. Now, there's no portholes there, but I've got a feeling it's going to go through all the same. Still got quite a lot of see and do, so we need to pick up the pace a little bit. I can't have this be the world's longest video ever, although I easily could. Oh, we could do a whole 24-hour live stream just diving the Titanic. That'd be pretty fun. Maybe ideas for future. Okay, so let's start in the vestibule here. Now, we saw this on the other side, but we're seeing it with much more light now, so we can maybe have a better idea, Bumpy, of what we're looking at here. And of course, if you have ever played the Titanic Honor and Glory demos 1 and 2, this is where you start. The game, or the demo rather, spawns you right here. Information bubble there, you go through those doors and you're out on the staircase. It's awesome, though. It is awesome. You see those doors with the wrought iron gates in front of them? Brilliant. Right. So here is the elevator lobby. Maybe we can get a... I'm not sure we're going to get much more light on them. They're pretty illuminated as is, because the light's got to go through a lot of stuff. But there you go. That's pretty well lit up. Again, the car. If it's anywhere, it'll be on E deck. Oh, I see silts. Maybe it's down there. We'll have to wait and see. Something to look forward to in the future. Now again, the elevators run from A deck through to E deck. I don't know what else to say, really. They're elevators. Oh, that's a cool shot. Oh, that's a very cool shot. Oh. 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 That's like a screenshot-worthy moment. Everybody, screenshots. Click. Oh, it looks good. It looks so good. It looks really good. I'm having a great time. This is super well made. It's super fun. Oh. Oh, it's all like they got the chair tumbling in. And the pillar. I'm legit taking a screenshot. It happened. It's fun. It is a fun experience. It is. It's the excitement of discovery, the excitement of seeing things like that you've never seen before, you know? It's nice. It makes you happy. Anyway, we're going to head off into the first class staterooms. Heading forwards once again. Have this little squeeze down here. Oh, come on. Is any of these doors open? Bumpy, bumpy. Boom, and we're in. Here we got a bunk bed and a regular bed. Oh, this one's going to be kind of a skinny room. And there's a porthole there. So yeah, even the inside-y rooms had a porthole. Because it seems strange. Like, why is there like a skinny corridor just going to this porthole? Or it's so that you can have a porthole. You can't be having a first-class room this close to the outside of the ship without having a porthole. Am I right? So there should be, I guess, another smaller cabin next to us. Waboosh? Because you'd think, in like a modern ship sense, this cabin would be stealing the portholes. Because it's ahead of that one. But no, there's room for both. We've got we've seen them before. We've been over them. And beds. Now, there's something you may be noticing that is missing from these cabins. Like, well, where's your pooper? Where'd you go your number ones and number twos? Like, you take toilets for granted nowadays. Like, every hotel you go to, every, like, cabin on a ship you go on, it has a toilet. But, like, you can't have that for granted back in 1912. These are first-class cabins, and, you know, these haven't got a toilet. A lot more broken down, this one. A lot more is broken down. Now, there should be a door to connect some of these together. I'm not seeing it. Oh, electric heater. Jug hanging from the wall. Oh, we got a suitcase. I am still keeping my eye open for, like, artifacts that, you know, might give a little nod or tell to an individual or something in particular. Oh, that's broken down. A lot of damage in there. Okay, we're not going to be checking every single cabin because otherwise we'll be here forever. But we are having a slight little nose around because you guys, you're going to want to see what to expect inside these cabins. These are first class suites. I mean, staterooms, you know. It's important stuff. But it's very classic. You've got your double beds, single beds, nightstand, marble-topped wash basin, electric heater, light bulbs. But have your light bulbs. I mean, I'd be very happy in this cabin. It's big enough. Although I would totally like book all 3 beds for myself. I don't want to share it with nobody. Ah, a room for myself. Thank you very much. Okay, so for orientation's sake, we are still going forwards towards the bow. I could bring my sub to catch up. Oh, we've got some breakdown. Oh no. So I'm using my signal strength to kind of home in where I'm at. Oh, that's it. We're at our peak. There we go. And there we go. Well, here we go. We're pretty much underneath the bridge. There's boat deck coming down the side of the ship. You've got your A deck, and you can see where it's kind of like a swooshy bit because it's at the fronty bit. B deck, swooshy bit there. C deck, and here comes D deck. There it is, D deck. No double portholes here, but it's still D deck. Right, Wabushi, back to the ROV. Ah, cool. Right, this should put a whole new light on the situation. Still got some crush down going on here. Oh, but you can totally... Oh, we can get through that, right? Yeah, we can go through that cabin and get through that breakdown. Easily peasily. Right. Sorry. Ow! Squeeze me. Right. Cabins. One quick double check. Because now we can see it with much more light. Ooh. The light makes such a difference. Like, I do enjoy the darkness because it adds another air of mystery, perhaps. The unknown, what's lurking in the darkness. But then how when you have the light, yeah, it takes away some of the color, but it does reveal a lot more detail. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go through here. We can get past that breakdown. Perfect! Now, if we're by under the bridge, we're at the pointy end. So if I go through here, so if I am where I think I am, we should be coming up on some bathrooms on the... Well, there's the bathtubs. Because as I see them, here we go, the toilets. So as I mentioned, the staterooms, they got their toilets. Like, where do they go for their poops and their peeps? Well, here. Again, you take it for granted having your own hotel room, having a bathroom and stuff like that. But no, they got communal toilet right here. So this is for gentlemen only. The ladies, they got their own. It's back by the grand staircase. Ooh. Ooh. So this is what it'd look like if you're having a poop in the Titanic. Oh my. I feel a bit soggy. Well, there you go. There's the toilets, everybody. So we checked out some of the staterooms. We checked out the toilets. Let's just push around to the very front, and then we'll make our way back. Oh, we got a name tag there. Oh. Bathroom! There's your bathtubs. Go back this way, towards the lights. I'm bumping into everything. Bathroom. Electric heater and a bathtub. Lovely jubbly. Like, what to say? I'm in the bath, everybody. Pass me the rubber ducky. Okay, I'm heading back to the grand staircase. I was going to do a jump cut, but there was something I wanted to highlight that I forgot about. And here it is. So I'm back in the gentlemen's toilets. We were here a moment ago. You might recognize them. There's the submersible over there. Now, we're going to head onto the starboard side of the ship. We're still forwards on the D deck amongst all the staterooms and blah, blah, blahs. There's some bathtubs. But on the starboard side of the ship, there's a stairwell. And this takes you from D deck down to E deck. And we're heading to E deck anyway, so don't worry, that's a cool view. But it's a bit disappointing because, well, it's got debris in it, and I can't seem to see anything further beyond it. Now, this might be bad, because I was hoping to get us to go to the squash courts, the first class squash courts. And you access it via E deck or D deck going down there. So we'll see, but I don't think it's going to be accessible, sadly. And welcome back on the grand staircase. I've already maneuvered the submersible to hopefully bring us some light down to the E deck level. Here's the elevators. Hello, old friends. So we're going to head round back to the staircase, and we're going to descend from D deck down to E deck. There's that chandelier hanging. And again, as if a passenger, this is how you would have done it. And then step, step. And into the halfway. That's already spoopy as it is. And look straight up. Darkness. And straight down. So welcome to E deck, everybody. Now on our right here, that doorway, it's closed, but that goes out onto Scotland Road. Now we briefly saw part of that whilst exploring the bow section. It had debris collapsing it, but it runs right behind this wall, connecting the bow and the stern. Anyways, down there's F deck and the Turkish bath, but we're not going to go quite there just yet. Got a little bit of exploring to do here. I want to see how far, or how close rather, we can get to those squash courts. I'm guessing not far at all, but we'll do what we can, because that's what we're here for. We're seeing where the limits are. So this is not the way to the squash courts. We're now heading aft towards the back of the ship. Got some cabins. I want to... there's the breakdown. This is as far aft as we can go. So we've got some more first-class cabins here. A whole lot of total disintegration, it seems. Never mind. Oh, here we go. Another room. Light switches. Heaters. Stuff. Incredible! Okay, let's just get back onto the mission. We've seen too many cabins for this episode. Oh, hi. Spoopy. Okay, so now we're heading forwards again towards the bow. We've got more cabins on our right, but coming up on the left-hand turn here, we have the last final level of the elevators. Let's see if there's cars waiting for us. Oh, there's my submersible, exactly as I planned. Now, the silt build-up down here is a bit extreme. Any remnants of any elevator cars in there? I mean, there's wood and debris, but no sign of anything that resembles an elevator car. I guess they are long gone. Wah. But hey, we had a look, we gave it a try. Are there elevator cars still on the Titanic? According to Titanic VR, no. Here we go, there's the stairwell. Right, so that is bizarre. We looked down this stairwell. Oh, okay, thanks, game. Well, anyway, that goes up to D deck. We looked down that stair, and now this one. This is how you get to the squash courts. You go down here, but of course it's blocked up. Why wouldn't it be blocked up? Come on, squeeze. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks, game. You shall not go any further. No. Sorry, love. Oh, okay, sorry. Approaching max range there, apparently. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So there you go. Big fat nope. Can we get to Titanic's first class squash courts? No. Well, there we go. That's E deck, everybody. You got stairwells, you got cabins, you got stuff like that. Alright, so back in the sub, gonna drop us down a teeny weeny bit. That brings us down to F deck. Nice, nice. There, should be good. Right, we're gonna make our descent. We're on E deck now. We're gonna go down to F deck. Oh wait, but as always, look straight up. Darkness. Before we go, we'll put the submarine back on top to illuminate the column. Now, I mean, I'm sure this is iconic to a lot of you, especially if you've played the Honor and Glory demos. Like, you've been here, you've walked these hallways, you kind of know what to look for and what to expect. Oh, the amount of debris down here is insane. Now, one thing I remember, I'm pretty sure that column post, if I'm remembering correctly, and if it is that post right there, it should be bent into a C shape because of the compression of the decks as it came down. I mean, I can't remember 100% to be sure, but I'm pretty sure that was the case because it was a really striking image. Anyway, should be a little neck turn here. Should be a dead end ultimately, but let's see how far we can go. Nope, that's as far as we can go. So you got the cabins for like the Turkish baths attendants. I think you had like the female Turkish bath attendants around here somewhere. Anyway, watertight door on your left. You'd step through there, take a right and then a left, then boom, you're inside the swimming pool. That closed. Crew only. That's clever. I don't think that should be there because if you tried opening the door, it's going to get jammed into that. Is that a mistake? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, watertight door. Boo-hoo. Closed by the bridge, never to be opened again. And here we are, the Turkish bath. Part of the Turkish bath complex. It's a series of, well, heat therapy, I suppose you could call it. You've got a hot room, a tepid room, and a cooling room. And the idea, basically, from what I understand of it, is you basically get your body super hot, and then you gradually cool yourself down. It's supposed to be good for the pores and stuff like that, I suppose. The final stage being the swimming bath itself, although you could totally just swim in the swimming bath without touching the Turkish bath complex. Hi, buddy. What's the matter? You ran out of water? Okay. Some famous mosaics have come from this room, and as currently explored, it is the most preserved room on board the Titanic. Again, because it's got wall tiles, it's kind of made for a damp environment. But that said, the woodwork's holding up pretty well. kind of storage locker, I think, there. Nothing else really important through there. I'm not sure. There's a door on there, and there should be a door on the right. Now, through that door on the right, I mean, these windows, that's clearly a large opening I can get through. But no! Yeah, thou shalt not pass. Meh, maybe with some cheating I could. But anyway, so through that door dead ahead is the electric bath, and then to the right, oh, you can see a crack in the door. That's mysterious. Okay, so that room straight ahead should have the electric bath. And then alongside that, you got like the shampoo rooms. And then behind that wall dead ahead of us, we should have the tepid room? It's like the middle hot room. And beyond that, you got the hot room. Got some heat tanks over this direction. Like, that's kind of the configuration. Hot, medium, cooling, cool. Right, well, I guess we are done in the Turkish bath. Again, apologies if it seems like I'm rushing through this. We have a lot to cover, and we are coming toward the end of our tour. There's no other way to get any further down inside the wreck of the ship at this point. So all that really leaves is for us to make our exit from the wreck. I would have loved to have gone deeper. I know people in the comments were like asking, please try to get to those boiler rooms. But sadly, we can't. Like, we need to get onto Scotland Road, and that's inaccessible, either by third class or by first class. We can't go any further aft. The crunch down is too much. We can't access via the crunch down because it's too much. Like, there's nowhere else for me to go. Anyway, I'm going to move the sub into position, get the light beaming up the staircase, and we'll make our goodbyes. 1 second. So here we are. We're back. Subs in position. Lights are on. Yeah, 4 beams are on. Start to make our ascents. Look at that. But once again, we're traveling from E deck to D deck. Take one last look, because it will be your last for now, for a while. Unless you get the game. Then you can look all you like. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so iconic. That's so iconic. Let's get a bit more of the frames. Oh. 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 I don't know, just seeing the decks slicing away. It's powerful. It's a sight. It's a sight. I said no. Coming back. Goodbye, Titanic. Okay. Oh, the beams of light cutting through. Look, it is like, it's really well done. It's really well done. The lighting, occultation, the shadows, and all that jazz. It's good. Hi, buddy. And there we go, floating out of the grand staircase like an ROV that's lost its tether. That happened. True story. Okay. I'm going to maneuver into the promenades, and then we'll have our finale, our show closer, as it were. So give me 1 second. Okay, so welcome back. We're on the A deck, port side of the ship. Through that doorway is the grand staircase. You take a step way out of this door onto the A deck promenades. Just picture deck chairs and everything strewn here. And there's the famous A deck promenade windows. And as we head forwards, we head towards the bow of the ship. This is like particularly one of the most haunting bits, I suppose, because it's a big open space. You've got the rusticles creeping into shot, the silt and everything building up, but like the windows are very human. Like seeing squares and shapes like that, it just really gives it that touch of like mankind. And like the thing about a ship is like it's built to be above the waves. It's built for people to be sailing on it. It doesn't belong here. It was never supposed to be here. So that, like, for myself, like, I find that interesting, that paradox of this ship is in a place that humans can't go and it shouldn't be here. Makes it interesting for me. Anyway, I brought our submersible into position to help illuminate our way. I turn back. That's cool. Again, the light should not be here. The light coming through those windows. The first time since the ship sank. Not really. I mean, submersibles have done this before. But I mean, just playing up the moment for the video. Oh. And here we are at the forward end. So when you got to the forward end, because this is an enclosed area, so no matter like how windy or cold it is, you can kind of walk some of the promenade deck without getting, well, terribly battered by the water and whatever the weather. So at the very front, you got a doorway. There's a little window there, so you can always look forwards without leaving the safety of the area. Like, oh wee. Let me bring the sub up. Here we go. Look at the difference that makes. Okay, so let me just backpedal a teeny weeny bit. There's our doorway. We're leaving the enclosed portion of the A deck promenades, stepping outside. Hi, sub. You got a doorway to the right with a staircase going up to boat deck or down to B deck. Stepping out on the very front. Look at this! We've got something of interest to see, but before we look at that, you got the mast, smashing down. Up there should have been the bridge wing, and that's the bridge up there. But look at this. Now this has come from the bridge wing. This hasn't come from the bridge itself. There's one of these in each of the bridge wings. It's a telegraph, and they can send orders to the engines to do stuff. Used while docking and stuff like that. There's docking a ship as big as this, especially back in 1912, it's a big group effort, you know, there's lots of human and mechanical interactions. It's not like today. So that would have been positioned in this up here. Obviously, as this is broken down and the deck itself is now falling down, it's tumbled down into here. There we are, there's our little man. It's interesting to see him from like this perspective. We spent so long being inside of him. Oh, buddy. Boop. It's time to come home. We're calling the ROV. Watch out, mate. You're going to bump into the bulkhead. Oh, you're dumb. Right. Reverse and swaggle. Okay, he's in. And I'm afraid it is time for us to say goodbye to the Titanic and get back onto the exterior cameras. And there we go. We've been inside all of the decks now. Boat deck, A deck, D deck, C deck, E deck, F deck. We've checked out the accommodation, the cabins. We've seen the third class open space, general spaces, the cargo holds. We're not quite done yet. Get that camera pointing down. No, I guess we're done. Goodbye, Titanic. As she slips away into the darkness. There we go. We've been everywhere, more or less. I don't think we've missed anywhere of like high significance. Seen the elevators, seen bathrooms, seen toilets, seen cabins, seen objects. If you feel like I've missed something significant, I'm happy to add that to the next video we do, whenever we may be doing that. But as for now, this has been Titanic VR Explore Mode with your tour guide, Mr. Spammals, not an expert. I hope you've enjoyed this. From the comment sections, I've been reading them all. You all seem to be having a great time, so I'm really glad you guys are enjoying this series. We will be back when the stern section gets added, and then again later when the 1912 portion gets added. But for now, on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody!